Oh, let's see. I think we're streaming. Are we back?
I don't know. It's been so long.
It has been so long.
Who even knows?
I don't even know if anyone cares that we're back, but we're
Um,
back.
I'm sure there's someone.
Maybe. Let me
It's not
retweet the
guaranteed.
yeah, this is true. Let's see. I think we're up. I gotta find the intro again. Let's see. Are we up on Twitter? Maybe. Let's see. Let's see where this is streaming. See if we're up on Facebook. We'll check all the streaming stuff because it's been a minute, everybody. Brian Bell
It's
here.
been a minute.
Timmy G over there. Let's see. Can you tell if we're up anywhere? Make sure it's working. And then we'll get going. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I think we're live. Good. All right. Should we get going?
Let's
It's
do it.
only how many days has it been?
103 days.
Who's counting? All right. Let me hit this button. Sound share. Let's do this and see if this still works.
Hey!
The Wicked Fast Podcast with Lungboy and Timmy G.
Hey, Brian Blaney.
Hey, this is Kevin Harvick.
Hey, this is Dale Jr.
Hey, this is Jeff Gordon.
Hey, this is Clint Board. Hey, guys, it's Chase Elliott.
Hey, this is Alex Bowman.
Hey, this is Joey Logano.
Hey, this is Kyle Busch.
Hey, it's Austin Dillon.
You're listening to the
Wicked Fast Podcast.
Come on, try a little more New England.
Okay, watch this. Hey, it's Austin Dillon. You're listening to the Wicked Fast Podcast.
Wicked Fast.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Hello, this is the Wicked Fast Podcast.
Now, is there anyone out there who wants to go fast?
Yeah.
Anybody?
I want to go fast.
Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah!
Woo! Hey!
Yeah. All right. Wicked Fast Podcast, episode 298. I think it's like 298. Brian Bell here.
It is 298. You are correct, sir.
There we go. I didn't lose track. Timmy G over there. And you can, of course, find us on all the social medias. I think this is streaming live on our YouTube channel at Wicked Fast Podcast, where you can subscribe. And then, every 103 days we do an episode. All right, maybe we'll be a little bit sooner. We had a little bit of a break. We had some stuff going on, but we're back.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all have some stuff going on.
Yeah. But I've been watching all these races, mostly because my son Sam is now very much into NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more than anything. He's been listening to all of our old podcasts just because he's into NASCAR and he's been enjoying it. So I was thinking, do you think we should bring him in as a third
I think that
host?
would be absolutely incredible.
Sam is 15 now. We brought him to his first race when he was 3.
Yep.
And now he took a little break, but now he's like kind of back into it. And really, let's see if he's sitting down in his video room playing video games. He's been playing the NASCAR Heat game. He enjoys that.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see. Hey, Sam Bell.
Sam Bell.
Welcome to the
man.
Wicked Fast Podcast. Sam Bell joining us now. I've said that we brought you to your first race. What were you, 3 up in New Hampshire?
I don't remember.
I mean, that's a fair remark.
Glad it was so memorable. But we did go again this year, and you're back into NASCAR, and we have been watching all these races, even though we have not been podcasting. I've been still doing really poorly in fantasy. That Talladega wreck, that was everybody everybody in my team.
We don't have to talk about Talladega.
No.
That
but
was
now
stupid.
we're back. We're down to the round of 8.
Yeah, we are down to the round of 8. It's
we're
pretty
going
crazy.
to Timmy's favorite track.
I thought you were actually, if we're going to be Anne Frank here, I I thought it was you were doing this on purpose. Like we haven't done this 103 days. I've been busy with work and some personal stuff. You've had some personal stuff, busy with your great new job and your 22-hour commute.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this mother trucker wants to come back on Las Vegas weekend. Like this has to, this has to be a sick joke.
I mean, the last one we did was right after New Hampshire.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, we haven't even talked about the fact that like I'm really trying not to talk about Las Vegas, clearly.
That's okay.
But we haven't even talked about the fact that the NASCAR schedule came out.
Yeah.
And we are going to be in Loudon in September.
I know, because I had a great idea about this.
Okay, go.
All right. Well, because, we took over the spot from my dad up on the backstretch.
Yeah.
Because over the summer, he likes to camp. So he hasn't really been going to the races. But September, I wonder if we can convince him to come back.
He would hate it. like everything it's kind of like turned into. It's not 99.
No. There isn't a
like
potluck.
People are so strict with their hours and their quiet hours, and the people
I think he'd be into that.
The people that are next to us are not that nice. And yeah. But I think he would like the personalized porta potties that you can purchase for each spot now.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah. But
I like the people that up at the races like duct taped a cup to the door of their personal porta potty for donations if someone used it.
Yeah, no, I mean, respect. Good. I mean, at that point, just put in, just post a QR code.
The next
Venmo.
I'll
Venmo you while I take a shit.
Nice.
That'd be perfect.
The next time we go to the races, Sam will be able to drive us up there.
Oh no! Well, he can drive us up and drive us around. I feel like that. I feel like that's that. But that's insane to think about.
Yeah.
Sam, if we well, this is the other thing that I'm thinking about, right?
Yeah.
If the media challenge would be only a couple weeks out from September,
so
will Sam have at least his permit?
No, not yet.
Because that would be so sick. Yep. If we continue doing this podcast, it would be our 10th season.
Yeah.
And on our 10th season, we then have Sam Bell win the title. And then that way, all three of us win the title. We'd win 5 out of the 8. It'd be unbelievable.
That's how you, restart the dynasty.
Exactly.
Restart of media challenge dominance.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, should we talk some racing?
Yeah, we should. Can we just talk about one thing though? Because I just have to get it off my chest.
What's been bugging
Harrison Burton making the playoffs was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in this sport, in the history of all things of this sport. It was so, NASCAR is slowly turning into Formula One with creating rules on the drop of a dime and all this stuff throughout the entire season has been absolutely ridiculous. But Harrison Burton, who was a poop sandwich throughout the entire season, like his average finish was like 34th. The fact that he won, happy for him, talented kid. Must have been a really cool moment with him and his dad, not taking away from the driver.
Yeah.
I am bashing on the rule. That is the dumbest thing in the world. So, he was awful all year, but because a couple things turned his way, he deserved to be in there? No.
Yeah.
No. Because if that's the case, I would, if I was a small team, I would just sit there and just be like, Daytona twice, Talladega once.
Let's go.
Let's go. And the rest of the season, we can just suck.
Yeah. Hey, and
it won't
strategy.
Matter.
It's a strategy.
It is. It's a bold one, Cotton,
Yeah.
But
what do you think, Sam?
I think it should be top 25. I think top 25 should get into the playoffs if you win.
Well, I already love this kid on this. This is great.
Look at that. Hot takes with Sam Bell.
Top 25. That's what it should be.
That's not asking too much.
No, it's not. But then would that have other teams join this 2311 Front Row Sports motorsport thing?
That's a whole thing. What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
I like the small teams at least saying something about it. It seems like they are trying to
I am
steamroll.
glad that they're doing it. I just think that it should have been discussed more. Like, I don't want to speak on something that I wasn't in the conversations of, but
Well, that's what we do.
there should have been bigger teams involved. I'm not saying 23-11 wasn't a bigger team, but like the fact that Joe Gibbs didn't try and bite into this was alarming to me because like Hendrick is obviously, as much as we love Hendrick Motorsports on this podcast, right?
Yep. We're all Hendrick guys.
Hendrick's obviously going to say yes, right? Yes, NASCAR, whatever you want, NASCAR. Any would love that. You jump off a bridge, NASCAR, you got it, NASCAR. Like I get that. But like Joe Gibbs could have really put his foot down with Denny, showed not only support to his driver, but the team that he's also in bed with 23-11, which could have made someone like Penske go, huh.
Yeah, we'll
if
get in there with
another
you guys.
Ford team's doing it, and then it kind of spirals from there, and then Hendrick at that point would have to say, "Oh yeah, we're with the teams too," because you don't want to be against the other teams with it,
right?
But at the same time, I think 23-11 and Front Row Motorsports should have waited. But then again, how much longer can you wait? And I could never
sign stuff. They had to,
I can't really be mad at Michael Jordan. I mean, I feel like I've paid for half of 23-11 with all the gear, and I feel like this whole podcast has with all the gear and merch that we've probably, given Michael Jordan. So I'm glad that because if Roush Fenway did it, right? If Jack Rouse and John Henry were like,
we
don't like this. We're all. But the fact that someone new and refreshing and someone that has already put a stamp on the sport saying F this, I like.
Yeah, and it seems like they're like Front Row has been doing a lot for the sport. Michael Jordan getting into the sport was huge. So they're teams that are really trying to move the sport forward. I feel
why didn't Justin Marks jump on this with Mr. 305? Right?
Yeah.
Like if it was Justin Marks, Michael Jordan, and Front Row Motorsports, like three of the new teams, like, hey, we've invested a lot in this. Our teams were instantly good because of how much money we already invested.
Yeah.
You should be listening to us because the way I look at it is this is like,
it's the old boys club.
Yes, you'll always have your Celtics and Lakers and Knicks and Bulls, right? But now it's like, hey, the Thunder, the Pelicans.
Don't get Sam started talking basketball.
No. I'm just comparing some of these newer franchises with young, fresher minds that are instantly making impacts in the league that they're in.
Yeah,
you should probably pay attention.
And
you should probably pay attention to them on and off the track or on and off the court.
Yeah. True. And then we've got, some questionable. I know I feel bad for Austin Cindric. I feel bad for Alex Bowman. 2 rounds where, boy, some questionable things happened, knocking guys out of the playoffs. What the heck was, and no appeal from Hendrick.
Yeah, Jeffrey said that's on us.
What happened?
They were too light.
Yeah, but
but it was crazy that NASCAR even gave them a chance to refill.
Yeah, fill up your tanks.
They were just like, go ahead.
Put in the heaviest gas you have.
Yeah, and the fact that Jeffrey came back and said, that's on us, just shows that it's almost like the Denny Hamlin situation, right? With his engine and losing all those playoff points. It was,
yep.
Yeah, we did it. What are you going to say if you're Hendrick?
Yeah.
Where now only three out of our 4 teams are in instead of all 4. Where, right?
I felt bad for Bowman just because
I did too, because he was so good in the playoffs.
Really strong. Yeah,
he was so good in the playoffs.
Really strong.
And for someone who had after that Corey LaJoy for a second-round draft pick, unprotected, over to Spire Motorsports and, all that stuff. Alex Bowman is on the hot seat, right? He has to be. And I know it's all about money, but if you were to say, hey, over the last 10 races, who deserves to be there? And you were to compare between William Byron and Alex Bowman, you could argue that Alex Bowman put up some pretty good numbers compared to William Byron. You really and truly could. And that's just crazy to think about. But we've talked about it all. Like we talked about it last year. We talked about it, this year before 103 days ago. Like Alex Bowman needs to get his shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. And coming back from his injury, I think he rebounded pretty well. I thought he was doing pretty well. What do you think, Sam?
Bowman, I thought he had a good playoff, but his whole season wasn't super strong. He really came alive in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah. So if you're just looking at NASCAR fantasy points over the last 6 races, right? So the first 2 rounds, William Byron was 206. Alex Bowman was 190. They each had 3 top 10 finishes.
It's pretty good.
But like the way William Byron is and how his season was, that's
super consistent guy.
Yeah. Because I mean, hold on. If we do, you can only do the last 10 races, right? But yeah, I mean, Alex Bowman being in the top 5 in points over the last 6 races. If you were just like, hey, Timmy, how do you think Alex Bowman is going to do over the next 6 races? You think he'll finish top 5 in points? I'd be like, screw you. That's just not a thing. And he shut us all up.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He could go out and still help, Chase or Kyle or William to go win the championship and still finish strong, win another race or 2 and be good.
And secure his seat for next season.
1,000%. Because silly season is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we should mention. So your round of 8, we got Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, my boy Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano. Just squeaked in after the whole Bowman thing. And I'll save my hot take for later, but there's your round of 8. And then we've got, what do we got? What are the races coming up? We got Vegas,
Homestead,
and then
Martinsville
before they head to Phoenix.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't understand how Tyler Reddick doesn't make the Final Four after what he did at the Roval. That was insane.
Yeah, you know why? Because I had him in my garage.
No, of course you did. but like really and truly, he messed up. Team messed up. He was so far back, and they're like, "Hey, bud, you need to gain like 12 spots at the Roval with like 15 laps to go."
Yeah,
and he did it, and it was
hold my beer.
Absolutely incredible to watch. He's so talented, and that picture that NASCAR posted all over the place of Denny and Tyler and Michael Jordan like hugging each other. Like they have to feel so good going to a place like Las Vegas where Tyler is pretty good at. And he's just so talented. They like can't really worry about much.
It's fun watching Tyler Reddick stand next to Michael Jordan though, isn't it?
I think it's hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
What do you think, Sam?
No joke. It would literally be like Sam Bell standing next to Donovan Mitchell and making SportsCenter, like back in the day. Like no joke. That's like that's literally what
Sam Bell moment.
Yeah, classic Sam Bell moment. But like that's literally what it would be, because when you look at like the Las Vegas like stats over the last 4 races there, the 4 winners, Larson twice. So I'm sorry. Yeah, last 3 winners, Larson twice, William Byron, and Joey Logano. So you go to Homestead and Tyler Reddick has to be like, this has to be mine.
Yeah.
Sam, who's your final 4 right now?
My final 4 is Larson, Byron, Reddick, and Seabell.
Reddick and Seabell.
So the top 4.
2 Chevys and 2 Toyotas. You're saying the hell with Penske. All right. I'm into that. I feel like that's what kind of, maybe not C. Bell, because I don't think he's that popular. I think Tyler Reddick's actually really popular. I feel like they would want the defending champ in there, but having 2 Toyotas and 2 Chevys on 2 major teams, but like that would just be like, to have Tyler Reddick in there would just be such a slap in the face to NASCAR if he wins this whole thing. The 2311's like, yeah, we don't like how you're doing things, NASCAR, and we just won the championship.
It would be great. Who's your final 4?
That I want or what I think?
What do you think?
All right. What I think it's going to be Larson, Byron, Blaney, and Seabell.
Okay.
But what I want, Chase, Reddick, Blaney, Larson. Because I think those are the 4 most talented drivers left. Like on short tracks. Like you put Blaney, you put Blaney, Chase, Larson, and Seabell at a short track. I'll grab my popcorn, put my feet up, and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
It's not a bash on Joey Logano. I just, and I mean, of course, if it was like for his poor attitude purposes, give me Logano, Hamlin, Blaney, and Chase, right? Like 4 dudes that like literally don't like each other. I know Chase and Blaney are very good friends.
Yeah.
But like individually, like Chase doesn't like Denny. Chase probably doesn't like Joey. Yeah, I know Joey and Ryan Blaney are teammates, but to be honest with you, I don't think they like each other. I think they're just kind of a, like Martin Truex Jr., right? Like he got screwed over. I just don't think he likes anyone. And I think that's why I think a lot of people like him, right? He just shows up, goes to work, and moves on with his life. Like, when have you ever heard of Martin Truex Jr. hanging out with anyone outside the sport?
I know, right?
So,
yeah. My hot take is I think Joey Logano gets a win this weekend, coming off of just barely making it in, and goes to the final 4.
Didn't he do that last year?
Was it last year? I feel like he might be right there. He runs well there.
Isn't that what happened last year? Or am I?
I have trouble remembering
a dumb
from a year ago.
So Kyle Larson won it last year, then Bell and Blaney.
Yeah.
And I think, Wait, so who made it in on points?
Oh, to the.
Oh, Byron did. Byron made it in on points.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So I think Denny he's been having a bad season. I'm surprised he made it to the top 8.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you take away all of his playoff points, I think he would probably be in the top 2 or 3. Because didn't he lose like 25 playoff points or something like that?
Yeah,
I
think you're right.
So, I mean, if you put back those playoff points, I mean, he's probably up there. He's probably even past Tyler Reddick. He's probably 3rd right now.
Yeah.
But let's talk about something that's obviously very important. What are our thoughts on Lee Diffie?
I like him.
I love him.
Yeah, I think he's great.
He talk about a personality flip to its finest.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with the accent.
No.
And he knows his stuff. And I think he's calling great.
And races. I think he's actually excited. He's never been to Talladega.
Yeah.
He said that to start the broadcast. So you were just like, what?
Yeah.
So the fact that he saw how stage 2 ended, that was truly him.
Yeah.
Where Rick Allen's just credit one bank, white flag. And that was it, So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good personality. It's been fun. What do you think, Sam?
I think he's really exciting. And his call at Watkins Glen was good. When Busher came to the inside on SVG.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
was
that
talking about Keselowski and Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that young brain.
Yeah, no,
recall.
he's spot on because he's also like he's a fan of the sport, so he knows like those type of moments, right? Because I feel like your average NASCAR fan, if you were to say name a great moment at Watkins Glen, I would say 7 out of 10 would probably mention Ambrose and that whole thing. But like some of the wrecks at Watkins Glen were bananas. Bananas, like William Byron being like halfway up in the air, like that was crazy.
Yep.
Like I like over the last 103 days, there have been some really kind of BS calls by NASCAR that is just kind of remind me of like kind of almost NFL-y.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
But the racing
has been really
great.
good. It's been really good racing.
Now, is this next gen car perfect? No, but I think it's becoming more competitive as we go. And I think teams are really trying to figure it out. And I also feel like the drivers are kind of pushing the limits on it at certain courses. Cause like perfect example was Chris Buescher, right? At Watkins Glen. He just put his foot on the pedal and just said, screw it.
Yeah, he sure did.
This is my only shot.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like some of the racing, I feel like there's not that as much respect for the other guy.
Well, no, I mean, like, not to talk about Watkins Glen too much. Martin Truex talked about that. He's just like, I'm sick of showing up to these places and just like getting pushed around. Like no one cares about each other anymore.
No. But what I think it is, there's the next generation of drivers coming up. No offense, Sam, but they're guys who like do, iRacing or, so where there aren't those consequences. They're not doing small tracks as much, but like there are guys that kind of come up fast. They do a lot of simulator stuff and they're not like, they just don't get that, maybe I should not just throw myself into this corner and hit this guy and, whatever. Like,
well, I also think that they're so used to winning. And when they don't, they get really butthurt. And then their tempers are too short. And then they end up hitting someone like a Martin Truex Jr. And Martin Truex Jr. is just like, you little baby bitch. Like
that. And the guys who are really good, who are making it to this level quickly, I feel like they have not had to pay their way up as much.
No.
They've had guys who have been footing the bill for them so that when they wreck that car, they didn't have to bring it home and fix it to go run it again. You know what I mean? So
yeah, like
there's just that.
You look at like Kaz Grala, at the Roval, he got pushed around by Eric Jones pretty well.
Yeah.
I feel like Kaz has worked his way up. And same thing with CJ.
And
right?
I think he's a respectful
they've tried
driver.
and tried, but I feel like there are some other guys that just get put in the truck series because daddy's got some money.
Yeah.
And wants to say that he owns his race team to show up his friends. And then they come in and they do well and they think they're the shit and the urine and they're just not. Like and I think when you look at someone like Chase Elliott, who, dad was really good, right? But Bill Elliott didn't say, hey, I'm gonna go own this team and then I'm gonna put you in this car and best of luck. Like Chase, like look at Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson raced everything under the sun. And now it's just I race under my dad's bedroom in the basement. I race on a computer. He has enough money to put me in an actual automobile and I'm okay at it.
Yeah.
That just sucks. It's almost like, Sam does all this training for basketball, right?
Yep.
Imagine if Sam just didn't do any of that training and then just be like, I deserve to start.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah.
And that's just like not what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
anywho.
I would never like one of our favorite parts of New Hampshire Motor Speedway weekend is the modified cars, right? There are a lot of guys who had to race in that modified cars series or the ARCA series or oh God, what was that Busch series that they had? Like the Busch West.
What, Busch North?
The Busch North and West series and all that. They just don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's, oh, hey, you're not a bad looking kid. Do you like DeWalt products?
I do. I have a lot of them.
I actually do. Can I drive your automobile? So, yeah, but yeah, Las Vegas this weekend.
I got some DeWalt right here. There you go.
No.
Oh,
Yes, it.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, Vegas, Sunday, 2:30, NBC. And it's actually perfect for, us New Englanders.
We got a 9 a.m.
We got a
Patriots
9
game.
a.m. football game. Maybe take a little nap.
We got an 11 a.m.
Maybe
basketball
get
game.
some yard work done. And then, boom. NASCAR.
Yeah. Yeah. And, always an exciting race at Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's up for debate.
It's
Let's
funny,
see.
like the list of like really exciting racing that we've had, and then you roll into this, first race of the round of 8, and it's Vegas, and it'll just be kind of, meh. We'll see.
Yeah, Las Vegas last year. Let's see how good it was. Oh, Kyle Larson led 133 laps. What fun, NASCAR. What fun.
Yep.
He won stage 1 and stage 2 and won the race and started second. So he passed one freaking car. So fun. So fun. But then when you go to Homestead last year, oh, wow. The winner started 13th and led 26 laps. Second place started 10th and led 53. Fourth place led 25 laps. Brad Kay led 16 and finished 27th. Denny Hamlin led 31 and finished 30th. Things that don't happen at Las Vegas.
Yep.
Should we go earlier into the year at Las Vegas? Because they race here twice, unfortunately, right?
Oh, right.
Wow. Kyle Larson won that race too. Let's see how many. Kyle. Oh my God. Kyle Larson earlier this year led 181 laps. What are we doing?
I wonder who's going to win this race.
And he also won all 3 stages. How fun. How fun. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's so infuriating.
Yeah.
267 laps. Kyle Larson led 181 of them and started second. Now, to be fair, the top 10 started 2nd, 18th, 15th, 20th, 8th, 30th, 7th, 28th, and 1st and 4th. So that's fun.
Yeah.
But do we think Noah Gragson's going to start 30th and finish 6th again?
Probably not. I would not put my money on that one. All right. So what do you think? So we think Kyle Larson's going to win this one then?
Well, yeah.
I think Joey Logano might give him a run.
I mean, let's go to recent winners at
Las Vegas.
Horrific Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Well,
all right. So, hey, you ready for this? Last 5, Larson, Byron, Logano, Bowman.
All right.
Then Denny, then Larson, and then in 2020, Kurt Busch.
Yeah, in the fall race. Larson, Logano, Hamlin, Busch, Truex, Brad Kay.
Yep. So since 2019 in March, so that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of the last 11 races, Kyle Larson has won here 3 times. Joey Logano has won here 3 times.
And 2 out of the last 6 playoff races, the winner has gone on to win the championship.
2 out of the last 6. So Larson in 20. No, wait. When was Larson? 22?
Yeah. Larson in 21.
Larson
and Logano
in 21
22.
and Logano in 22. But besides that, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Huh.
And the worst playoff finish that went on to win the title,
It's got to be Chase, right?
Chase, 2020 finished. Where'd it go? 22nd in this one. So there you go. It's possible, but I feel like Kyle Larson punches his ticket, and it's his.
I mean,
He can kind of cruise right through.
It's Kyle Larson's championship to lose, right?
You would think he's the hottest driver now.
You would agree, Sam, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Sam?
Yeah. He's won
Jump right
6
in,
races. Won 6 races this year.
Yeah.
He's won 2 playoff races, and he won Bristol by like a mile. He won it by
A mile. I think he won it by a whole county.
It's insane.
But
how many
with that
laps
being-
did he lead in there? He lead like 300 something, 400 something.
I'm pretty sure he's actually still leading that race. If we're gonna be honest, where's Bristol?
Is this
race.
this
Kyle Larson led 462 out of a possible 500 laps there.
Yeah, is this just retribution for not getting into the Coke 600?
Well, I would say yes if he wasn't doing it next year.
I know. I'm sure the weather will cooperate next year.
I really want remember how like the ARCA series, that's what it was called back in the day, right? Where it was just like solid colors and numbers on the cars. What was that series that like it was like IndyCar drivers, NASCAR drivers?
What, the IROC?
The IROC, sorry.
International Race of Champions?
I need that like I need air.
It came back for a minute and then
I know,
went
but like
away.
I want it like different. Like I want Verstappen in a stock car. I want Kyle Larson in an F1 car. I want both of them in an Indy car. I want both of them in a modified car. I want both of them in a quarter midget car, right? Or a quarter midget sprint car. Like I want there to be like 10 drivers, right? Like throw Lewis Hamilton in there or anyone from the IndyCar circuit and just even John Force. I don't care. Like, right? Like, just give me something crazy. Like, I really just want to see Kyle Larson and Max Verstappen race.
Yeah.
Even
Oh,
though
thanks, Dan Reed. Dan commented on our YouTube. Yeah, it's called ARCA. Busch Series is ARCA, basically.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want something like where like an all-star event, but I feel like Max would be like,
yeah. Can you imagine those guys getting into a NASCAR?
They'd be like, this is really dirty.
Yeah, they're used to their like nice, clean stuff. With all
Why are there people without shirts on? Why don't they have double popped collars?
Yeah. Anyway, all right. What else do we have to cover? Should I hit fantasy?
Well, yeah. I mean,
fantasy actually,
Sam, you're gonna do fantasy next year with us, right?
Yeah.
Our buddy Pat DeCola on NASCAR.com has the power rankings heading into Las Vegas. Let's see. We got they're almost.
Who has their power rankings out?
Pat DeCola.
Oh, former guest of the.
They're almost in the order.
Dustin Long for NBC. I almost said NBC Sports Boston. NASCAR and NBC also has his power rankings as well.
Well, he's got Joey Logano 8th, Denny Hamlin 7th, Ryan Blaney 6th, Chase 5th, Tyler Reddick 4th, Christopher Bell 3rd.
Oh,
Willie
see,
B,
Christopher Bell
yeah,
for Dustin Long is number 1.
and then Kyle Larson number 1. I mean, that seems to make sense.
Yeah, Long has Bell, Larson, Byron, Chase, Blaney, Denny, Reddick, Bowman, Bubba, Busher, and doesn't even have Joey Logano.
Huh. Interesting. All right, let me pull up fantasy here. Fantasy.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit.
All right, you ready? Let me pull this up here. All right. All right. So if you're watching on Wicked Fast Podcast YouTube,
Whoa, that's
here's
a lot
the
of points. That's a lot of points.
there you go. The Charlotte Road Roval. John Voice LeBaron takes the win, 254. Look at that. Jeff Goatden.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy G, look at that. First place, 254. Then Jen, Ladies Night Race, Jackson, fourth. Ooh, look at all these points. Oh, I'm way down here. Good thing I put Tyler Reddick in the garage. So yeah, points in the garage. Let's just run them back. Let's see. Talladega, Main Man, left turns for days. All right. At last, that wreck really messed people up.
Oh yeah, it was awful. I'm pretty sure I finished with negative points for the first time ever.
So yeah, let's just go to the overall playoff rankings.
Yes.
Left turn for days with a 30-point lead on you, Timmy.
I show up in the playoffs. What can I say?
Yep. Ladies Night Race, right there in third. She was our regular season champ, so she's doing well now. Double chump. Fourth, and way down here. Ugh. Rough. All right. So there you go. Quick fantasy update for everybody who's still playing fantasy with us. I'm glad there's a whole bunch of people still in there doing that. And for this week,
what happened to NASCAR guy though?
Where did NASCAR guy Nate?
So like it was so interesting. Like he tweeted at us like, "Hey, where the hell are you guys? Like it's been 103 days."
Did he leave
he left our fantasy league.
Yeah, what did he do? That's too bad. Thanks a lot, NASCAR Nate. I was gonna say for the fantasy picks this week, your fantasy matchups.
Oh yes, fire away.
All right. Well, I think you can probably guess a few. You ready?
Oh, is it?
Because there's 8 drivers.
Okay. So give me Larson, Logano, Chase. Nope. Oh.
Larson.
Bell?
Larson Bell.
Okay. Are the rest teammates affiliated?
No.
Okay, then that cuts down. So is it like Byron, Blaney, Chase, Logano, Reddick,
Chase Logano,
Hamlin, Blaney,
Reddick, Blaney, and Hamlin, Byron.
That Hamlin Byron one could be a doozy.
So there you go. Those are your bonus picks, which I haven't been getting any of those right either. Oh, it's been bad.
All right, Sam, who wins each matchup? Go ahead. Larson, Bell, go.
Larson, Bell, Kyle Larson.
And then
Hamlin, Byron.
Yeah, Hamlin, Byron.
Hamlin, Byron. William Byron.
Why?
Because Denny hasn't been having a great playoff. Like he's been kind of consistent. He's been like flying under the radar though. I feel like I don't think he's gonna make the championship 4, because
of how he's performed so far.
Yeah.
See, as much as I agree with him, there's just like a smidge of me that's just like he's so goddamn good at Martinsville.
Yeah.
He's so good at Martinsville. Okay, and then Chase Logano.
I wanna pick Chase, but
that's my
I gotta go Logano on that one.
All right. Are we all sad that Hooters is no longer with Chase Elliott? Another thing that we missed over the last 103 days.
Yeah.
Good thing you got that 164 diecast.
Well, I got 3 Hooters ones over here.
Yeah, good thing you got those. Those are going to be vintage soon. Vintage.
Yeah, just the value just skyrocketing. So that's your college fund.
Well, if that's the case, he's going to be going to Middlesex Community College, which is nothing wrong with that. But
as long as they have a basketball team.
Yeah, that's tough. And then what was the other one? Reddick and
Blaney.
Yeah.
Tyler Reddick.
Okay. All right. I'm here for it.
All right. Anything else you want to add, Sam?
Yeah, Sam, just real quick, just go a little off topic. Win total for the Boston Celtics this year.
66.
You think the Celtics are going 66-16 this year?
Yes.
Well, good thing we didn't start off the podcast like that. Thing would have lit on fire. 16 losses? You think they're going to be better than last year?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, the Knicks are gonna be all right. But I don't think Karl Anthony Towns can handle New York.
Huh?
66 wins. That's insane. What did they do last year? 61?
64.
Oh, man. Okay. So basically, Kyle Larson's going to lead double the amount of laps that the Celtics win this year based on Sam Bell. That's his prediction. Okay. So Sam just basically said that Kyle Larson's going to lead 132 laps at Las Vegas this weekend.
I can see that.
It
might be low.
Yeah, it actually might be low.
Take the over.
Now, see, that is something that I want. Like, if I could be a part of
A betting app.
a betting app, give me the over under on laps led for like certain drivers. I think that'd be sick. And like over under on how many stage points they'll score too. Another great one. Right? Like, so if I said over under Chase Elliott gets 7 stage points at Las Vegas, what are you taking? The over or the under?
Under.
So literally, if he finishes 3rd just in stage 2 and finishes 14th in stage 1, you lose your bet. Like that to me
That's
is awesome. Diabolical.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but also then you have those races where like, oh, everyone's gonna pit just before pit road closes.
Oh yeah, and then yeah, that's when you're like, all right, sweetie, I'm just gonna go to the liquor store. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And you just sit in your car and just cry. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, who we got to win this race?
Sam Bell, you started off, my man.
Kyle Larson.
Hot
Hot
pick.
take there.
Yep. Joey Logano.
Tyler Reddick.
Ooh. I'm sure it'll be exciting.
It will be. So we gonna be back next week?
If this time works, I think we might be able to work it out.
I don't know. It's funny. I don't have a show next Wednesday.
We got Celtics on Tuesday.
Because we got Celtics on Tuesday. Oh, and by the way, I have to tell you both something off air.
All right, great. So is that it then? Do we make our
That's
picks?
it, because
I think we're back.
Because we're gonna have to do something big for episode 300, like maybe like an in-person podcast.
Yeah. We're almost there. We got 2 to go.
Like in the backyard with a fire pit.
Oh, not in that nice.
No.
Studio.
No. Let's just hang out like in the backyard. You guys have a fire pit, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have 2, 3,
4.
However many.
Yeah, we have 3.
Well, I got that gas one. I got the solo stove. I got.
We're getting rid of that one though.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with it. Anyway, there you go. There's a podcast for you after 103 days. But who's counting? The next one will be sooner than that. How about that?
Yeah, it will be.
I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to our special guest, Sam Bell. You can always find us on the Twitter machine at WickedFastPDCST, or please just subscribe to the Wicked Fast Podcast YouTube channel, because then you just get the little dingy when we're going to do a podcast, and you'll be, I try to even put up a little notification early just in case. So it gives you the notification, or Wicked Fast Podcast on Facebook, or there you go. Instagram, we're on there somewhere. I don't know. Just find us. We're still here. We're still here. We just had a lot going on.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
All right.